It is. Let's talk arts and entertainment, and it is state of the arts. There is so much still happening, things still coming back in terms of the artistic endeavors of this community, whether it be on stage, off, or anything you can think of. There's a lot of things going on artistically, and we're going to talk about them. Me and Gus Gordon, he joins me right now. How you doing, Gus?
Kevin, I'm doing all right. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. It was a
Still,
rough morning. It's rough, I
yeah,
got here on time. It took me a little longer, but I got here on time. The snow and some of the slick roads, but that's pretty much like melted by now. A lot of it.
yeah, it's a lot better now. I was a little concerned because we have a show opening tonight, but I
Yeah,
think by the time 8 o'clock rolls around this evening, things will be a lot better.
I think so. Yeah, it'll be a little chilly, but roads will be fine, I think. And
Yeah,
then it's going up to like the 60s in a couple of days. It's just temperatures
that
all over the
is
place.
amazing. That's
Yeah,
great.
59 on Sunday, I think. So
Oh, love it.
yeah. So that'll be good. That will be very good. But as you said, you have a show opening tonight, a show that I have been able to see a little bit of and hear a little bit of, Pump Boys and Dinettes.
A great show. It's been done several times over the years. Very country western feel, but also that 50s rock and roll sound. It's set in this little gas station and diner, hence the Pump Boys and the Dinettes. And it has a cast of about 8 people, all playing musical instruments. They're just great. It's a super cast. It's a fun show. It's not heavy. It's not dark. It's not meaningful. It's fun with great music and great entertainers. And I think people who have been looking for a good time would be well advised to get a ticket for this one because it's just good old foot stomping fun. And it runs this weekend, 8 o'clock tonight and tomorrow, and 2 o'clock on Sunday. And then the same times on the 18th, 19th, and 20th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next week, 8 o'clock Friday, 8 o'clock Saturday, 2 o'clock on Sunday.
Very good. That is gonna be great. And like you said, lots of fun. Everybody's on stage playing their instruments, having a good time. And you said something that sort of, I was sort of even I was kind of thinking this the other day when you're talking about the country western sort of music of the 50s, but there is sort of a lot of that sort of like crossover sound with the
Right.
50s, like rock and like if you up or lower the tempo of one of them, it could sound either way. And it's and so there's I'm sure there's a lot of variety in that show of sounds.
There really is. It is first and foremost a Broadway score. The show opened on Broadway in
Yeah.
the 80s, but it does have that a country western tinge, but a lot of that 50s rock and roll, Chuck Berry, Elvis, that kind of sound to it as well. And again, it's just a great musical, a lot of fun for people who don't really like a complicated plot. This is great because there's no plot.
The show, it's a fun time, and you can come out and hear and listen to all that music.
And they're going to have a raffle. You might even go away with a car air freshener. Yeah,
All
a good time
right.
spent by all.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we like to hear. That's coming up. That's tonight and this coming weekend. And I'll have to see it this weekend because Nightmare at the Sweet Dreams Inn opens that second weekend.
That
The
is
murder
correct.
mystery, written and directed by Courtney Wick. It's so funny. She was talking, I believe she talked with NPR about, she did the Community Voices thing. She talked with them, and
Okay.
she told in that she said, her show, she's like, we're in, and this is it, this is a good thing for comedy, up to running it basically, we're still like cracking each other up on stage because of how
Yeah.
funny the script is and how funny everybody is. So I mean, it's really, it's a fun show, and it's full of 90s references. If you've seen any pictures of the set or anything, or if you've seen it, maybe like Windows logos, I mean all sorts of things, big bright colorful clothes. It's so much fun, and all the references, and it's a very fast moving comedy, and there are plenty of plot twists to keep you watching.
Do you get killed? I
That's
get
a really good question, actually.
I get
But
I ask that.
yeah, well, you'll have to find out when you see it because it's
Aha!
you see,
Good, 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 good.
yeah,
And a couple of high school shows this weekend too.
yes,
I believe Williamsville High School is doing Seussical,
mm-hmm.
and I believe Rochester High School is doing The Addams Family. I've seen pictures of both pop up on Facebook, and they both look great.
Oh yeah,
A lot of young people that we know through community theater are also involved in those, and that's always fun to see.
yes, yes, and also, high school show this weekend. Gil Oferman is our friend is directing Once
Sure,
Upon a Mattress, and then also our friend Jacob Potty is conducting the orchestra for that. So that's
that's fantastic. Yeah,
yeah,
a lot of great options this weekend. You can
yeah,
go out and support, the kids doing shows, and go out and support the slightly older kids that are in Pump
yes,
Boys.
yeah. That'll be a lot of
Well, they're
fun.
somebody's kids.
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Yeah, those are all those are coming up this weekend and like you said before, the high school shows in this area, a lot of these, I mean, wonderful music programs all throughout Central Illinois
Right.
and those shows are always great. I mean, all around. So,
They really are. They really
yeah,
are. They're a lot of fun. And it's always good to support the younger generation coming up because they're going to knock us out of place one day and take over. So
they will.
gotta see what they got right now, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good. So that's all coming up. Also this weekend, um, Muni auditions. It's the second round of them. They had 2 days last week. I went and auditioned. I had a good time.
Good.
It was fun. Got to see some people there. The good thing about auditioning early is you get it out of the way, and it's like, all
Sure.
right. But then you're like, man, now I'm waiting for like a week and a half, and it's like,
That's
oh, to
hard.
hear back, it's tough, but it's fun, and it's there's still another audition tomorrow, plenty of slots, I'm sure, but they'll probably be filling up though because that
Yeah.
last day there's going to be a lot of people coming in saying, "Oh, I want to try out." So
Yeah.
it's
That's
probably good to
always the
get
way
that.
it is. The first day
Yeah,
has a pretty good attendance. The first Sunday, the
yeah,
second day of auditions, that's always the lightest day, always. Every year, that's the lightest day.
oh yeah,
And then the last day, which will be Saturday, tomorrow, is always the busiest day because everyone's waited till the last minute and it's packed. And I looked at the numbers the other day and it looked like it was pretty well attended, but there are still some openings. So if you've been, thinking about it, you at home, that is, because Kevin's already auditioned, you should really give it a shot if this is something that you think you would enjoy.
oh absolutely. I mean, so there's so many, there's so many choices for all ages.
Yeah,
Of course, younger performers, younger, Matilda, and there's a couple kids parts in Ragtime as well.
true.
But
Two of them,
um, what's up?
two
Yeah,
of them, a boy and a girl.
two boy and a girl. Yes.
And they might even cast a few more. Who knows?
They might. And then even like teenagers, young adults, plenty of roles in all the shows, especially for the Newsies,
Right.
SpongeBob, and I mean, and for adults, and anyone older. I mean, there's parts in pretty much all the shows. I'm thinking off the top of my head. I mean, that there
Yeah.
really is. I mean, if you're thinking, I don't know. I mean, this is probably the time to sign up for that audition slot and give them what you got.
Yeah. Ragtime would be considered maybe a show for the singers in our community. Newsies might be considered a show for the dancers in our community. And SpongeBob and Matilda are just, great shows for younger audiences and lots of fun too. So
Yeah,
there's something for everybody.
there really is. There really is. And even if you're saying, well, I'm not sure about being on stage, there's always volunteer opportunities. And if you're in the orchestra pit, maybe some paid opportunities. You're good, you play musician, that sort of thing.
That's always good to know.
It is always good to know. Yes, it's but I mean, even still, all sorts of opportunities with the Muni that you can do. Um, ushering, concessions,
Oh,
backstage work,
popcorn.
popcorn. I'm telling you that popcorn.
Popcorn. That's a biggie out there.
It,
Muni
it
dog.
is. Muni dogs, gotta get those Muni dogs too. So that's all coming up. And I was getting choked up thinking about Immunity
Oh my
Talk.
gosh, yeah.
No, but yeah, but I mean, in terms of auditions, I mean, there's also for summer shows, if you're thinking, um, maybe if you haven't, if you end up not, doing the Muni, but you're like, well, I'm still kind of thinking about auditioning. They still have Theater in the Park auditions coming up,
That's
and
right.
those are coming up pretty soon as well.
I think it's at the end of March.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact date, but you can certainly check their website to find out that
Yes.
information.
Yep, and that's a Little Princess, which all the parts are open for, and then there are various parts open in the other shows, Babes
Uh,
in Arms,
Babes in Arms and Inherit the Wind.
Inherit the Wind, and Company. Yes, so roles are open in all those, so there are plenty of opportunities there as well.
Super.
Yes, very good. And then there's a couple things coming up at the Hoagland too. There was a pretty big announcement yesterday.
Yeah.
Talked about a little bit about the Hoagland Gala that's coming up in September.
Right, September 17th. It's a Saturday night. We're going to have our Night on Broadway gala. We've done this for several years now. The past 2 years, the gala was virtual, unfortunately, because of the pandemic. But this year, it's going to be in person. And we had booked in 2020 Broadway star Faith Prince to come and perform, and we had to, push that back. And this year, she's going to be joining us on that Saturday, September 17th. Faith Prince starred in Guys and Dolls on Broadway, the 1990s revival opposite Nathan Lane. She won the Tony Award as Miss Adelaide. She's gone on to play Ursula the Sea Witch in The Little Mermaid, Miss Hannigan in Annie, and Bells Are Ringing and Little Me and A Catered Affair and just a ton of different Disaster, the musical.
Disaster, Noises Off, another one. Good
Noises
play.
Off. Yeah, she's been in a ton of Broadway shows, a ton of movies, a ton of TV shows, and we have her here at the Hoagland Center for the Arts on Saturday, September 17th. We're still working out the details. We've just sent out the save the date information, but we're working out the ticketing details, and we'll have that out in the next month or so.
That's wonderful. And I mean, if you guys, I've listened because I did Guys and Dolls. I listened to that 92 album a bunch. But that you guys in your post linked a video of her and Nathan Lane doing Sue Me, their big duet near the end of Act 2. And she, like, in addition to, of course, nailing it vocally, I mean, she's just her physicality and the way she you can see why she won the Tony for it. I mean, she's great, and she's wonderful.
She actually, this is a little known fact. She was actually the first person who was offered the role of Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, wow.
When it came time for production, she wasn't available, so Ellen Greene created the role of Audrey. But then Faith Prince was the first person to replace her.
Oh.
But she's the one that Howard Ashman and Howard.
That was right. Howard Ashman and Alan Menken did.
Alan Menken, right. Yeah. Ashman and Menken. Faith Prince was the one that they wanted to play that role. And they lucked out because Ellen Greene nailed it, and she was wonderful. Yeah. But Faith Prince played the role and was wonderful in her own way too, just different. And maybe she'll sing somewhere that's green.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
Put in a special request.
I think, I think she might. That's awesome. So that is gonna be very exciting. Looking forward to that. Those are always, exciting. Getting those all those big performances. Those are coming up, and you also have near the end of this month, I believe, the Barbra Streisand tribute show.
Right, March 25th and 26th, 7:30, the start time for both those nights. And it's a woman, her name is Sharon Owens, and she is a dead ringer for Barbra Streisand in looks, in sound, in style. She's just magnificent. For years, she toured and did the Las Vegas version of Legends in Concert, which featured all the great tribute artists together doing Elvis and Michael Jackson and Tom Jones and Barbra Streisand and Eliza Minnelli. And she was the resident Barbra Streisand. She's still just amazing. And in the tapes, now I'm getting choked up.
I know.
Yeah. The videos that I've seen of her doing it are just great.
Oh yeah, she nails it. I mean, like you play a video of her and be like, "This is literally Barbra Streisand," I'd be like, "Oh yeah, she
Well,
sounds like
I
that."
was playing it in my office and someone thought it was Barbra Streisand just by hearing her from outside the door.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's you can immediately identify who she's portraying.
which is good. That's her
For a
thing.
tribute artist, yeah, that's a pretty good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, wonderful. And so yeah, I've also, as I've said, looked up some videos, and she is, like you said, a dead ringer. I mean, she's just looks. I mean, wanting to sound like somebody, she looks like her, like exactly like her, and it's
It's uncanny, really.
it's that picture up in the lobby. No, we were coming home from rehearsal, or we were leaving the Hoagland, and somebody was like, who likes Barbra Streisand, was like, "Wow." It's like I didn't like saying either she was torn. It's like, "Wow, it's Barbra Streisand," and it's like I was like, "That's a tribute show." He's like, "Oh." So I mean, yeah, I mean, she's
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well, we're not trying to confuse anybody, but we are trying, if Barbara was touring right now and were to come
yeah,
to Springfield, tickets would be hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.
yeah,
But this way you can come and spend $30 or $32 and see someone who you could easily, be fooled into thinking was the actual person.
yeah.
That's a deal. That is a
That
deal.
is an absolute deal. That's very exciting. So that'll be coming up the 26th and 27th of this month.
25th Friday and 26th Saturday of March.
25th, 26th. There we go. Yep, absolutely. All right, all that's coming up. Plenty to keep you guys busy this weekend. Pump Boys and Dinettes is opening up. We got several different high schools doing their shows. Suzical, Adam's Family, Once Upon a Mattress, and Muni auditions. If you haven't gotten your Muni audition in yet, go sign up on their website, themuni.org, or theaterinthepark.net to sign up there to do your auditions. And plenty of things coming up that you can be involved with or watch or both.
You can watch and sell tickets and be in one of the shows. You can do it all.
You can, absolutely.
Theoretically. You got to audition first, though. You'll never know until you audition.
That's true. I mean, you never know. So give it a try if you've always thought about it. Gus, thank you so much for joining me. Always so much fun talking with you about things going on in the community. And we'll do this again next time.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Have a good weekend and good luck on Monday night, which is the official night of Muni casting for adults. So good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.